Looking for a place for the whole family? Come down to the Toucan Mall in Amelia's Ward, Linden. It's the mall that has it all. We have great food, a relaxing atmosphere, and activities for all ages. Tennis, swimming, and a playground. But the fun doesn't stop after dark. There's even a bar and an arcade. And if you aren't ready to go home yet, we've even got a spacious room for your comfort, complete with air conditioning, Wi-Fi, and a private bathroom. The Toucan Mall can also facilitate your event in our spacious conference hall. We also have a theater with films for the entire family. It's the Toucan Mall located in Amelia's Ward, Linden.
Very good evening, very good afternoon to all of you, my friends, family well wishers, those of you who are normally tuning in on Thursdays. This is your favorite health program, and we're here to advise, to answer questions, to help with pretty much things that are bothering you in many ways, and to assist you in overcoming some of your health concerns. Not all of them, because some of you are gonna wait too late to really get yourself looked at. But welcome to our program once again, and this is a live one. Most of them are live anyway. It's just that I'm not sometimes in the studio, but when you get them wherever I am, they're live, but not live at the studio. All right. Anyhow, before we go on, I want to mention that the clinic will be closed for its usual summer break. We have to take a little break to recover, to get some rest, to give the staff a little chance to maybe do some things that they don't have a chance to do normally, because we're always taking care of you. So the clinic is going to be closed from Monday. So this Friday, tomorrow Friday, is the last day for opening this period, and the next time we'll be open is September. I think September, for the first Monday in September, I think it's the 4th. Right? So if you have to get anything, or you know someone who needs to get something, then tomorrow is that day. And I don't really like to do it, but we have to take a break. It's really really tiresome sometimes, and you don't want us to kill ourselves to help you, right? Because if we kill ourselves, we won't be here to help you. Okay, so we need to take a little break so we can get a few things done and get some rest, some badly needed rest, because we push ourselves, and the traveling and trying to put the medicines together and trying to take care of your needs, do all the researches, everything. It really takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of sleep out of us. So we hope that you'll understand that and you'll appreciate that, because when we come back, we'll come back bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and ready to go. And if you need any assistance in any way, you can go to the website. The website is right there in front of you, healthandwellnessngy.com. Go to the website and you can communicate with us there. If you want to make an appointment, you make it at the website. You'll have the website looked at, and make sure you leave your phone numbers, okay? Only today I was speaking with someone who finally got us today and was there at the clinic. She said she was trying to get a hold of us since 2021. 2021. And she couldn't until I think it was last week, and she was able to get there today. But the problem is that many of you, and she was one of them who was guilty of that, would call and make a request to be seen and don't leave a phone number. You know, there's no way we can, you know, there's systems that can record your phone number even though you don't give it to us. But we don't have that system. Right? So when you leave the message, leave a phone number so you can be made contact with. Because if you don't leave a number, we can't get a hold of you. Right? If you don't have a phone and you are contacting us on the website, then you can leave your email address and with the phone number if you have a phone number. Leave the email address with the phone number, and we will get back to you. But try not to make contact with us, and don't leave any way for us to get back to you, because you know we don't have we don't have the ability to reach you, not yet, unless we have a source by which we can do that. Okay, so don't forget, when you call and you leave the message, if it's an appointment that you want to make, if it's a request you want to make, if it's something, whatever it is, please leave a phone number and we will get back to you. That's a promise. Okay. Many persons will say, well, I call and nobody called me back. But when we check, there's no phone number to call you back. So you need to leave a phone number, leave a contact number, leave an email address, leave something so that we can reach you back. Right? But again, the clinic will be closing for a month, effective Monday, next Monday. And we hope that we don't inconvenience anyone. We hope that we don't lose anyone. If you need to make contact with us, you can leave a message on the device. Call, leave a message. The number is there, 231-6477, or send us an email, and we will get back in touch with you. Okay? Now, the weather is very hot, very, very hot. And it's not just hot here, it's hot in many places. Many parts of the world, it's very hot. And, you know, those of us who are curious, we try to understand why. You know, why is it so hot? What's making the weather change so badly? You know, we're trying to figure out what it is, and it could be a number of things. It could be a shifting in the hemisphere somehow. It could be, they call it La Nina, you know, whatever that is. I haven't heard that term recently, but it's a period where the heat is extremely high and the temperatures are breaking records. And I think one of the factors for us here is that we are cutting down more of the forests than we really should. You know, we're cutting the forest down faster than the trees are growing back. And you know, it's then we have oil that is now being extracted from below sea level here, and then we have flaring that's happening. It's a lot of heat. You know, that flaring is 24/7. You see, so we have factors that are occurring or that are being employed that we never really had before. So if those are two scenarios that are contributing to the heat here, then it's really, really hot. It's really taking a serious toll on people. So what do? You try not to go places if you don't have to. You know, if you gotta go to work, you get to work. If you gotta get back home, you get back home. But if you don't have to go out, stay in and hydrate or drink liquids. And my suggestion to you is not just water, but if you don't have a situation where a little bit of lemon would affect you, you put a little bit of lemon juice into your water, and it will help to, you know, balance your electrolytes, balance your pH, and will help you to stay hydrated. Okay, If you don't have any lemons, then just drink water. Just drink water. If you have a low pressure situation, don't put lemon. Just drink the water. And don't drink cold water either, because when you drink cold water in a hot situation, then, first of all, the temperature of your body system is 98.6. And if you put water in there at 60 degrees or 50 degrees, you're traumatizing your body system. You're traumatizing your trachea and bronchi, or you're traumatizing your stomach. And it takes effort to have the organs break that cold liquid down to bring it to a level where it can be digested and accepted. All right. So while you're drinking it cool and it feels good going down, you're damaging your body on the way down. So you drink just a little, maybe a chilled water, chilled, not cold. Right, chilled. That way it'll go down easily, and you wouldn't have the trauma in your stomach, nor in your trachea. Right. So don't drink cold beverages. Drink beverages that are close to body temperature. That way your body would not overwork to accept what you're drinking. Drink more water. Drink more water that is pretty close to natural temperature. Okay? Avoid as much as possible being outside in the heat if you don't have to. And if you have to work in the heat, try to put a tent up. Put a tent up, something that can shade you from the heat, from the sun. And that way, it's not on top of you. Right? Make sure that the children also are hydrated. Okay, we don't want any incidents here where we're having problems with persons, going through the changes of dealing with the heat here. Right, so just rehydrate. I forgot my water. I don't know if it's in the car. I thought I had it in the bag, but I don't. I forgot my water, and I don't feel too good about that. But I picked it up. Don't know if my buddy Dale has any water here, but we need to keep rehydrating, drinking water. Make sure we cool ourselves down, because this is really really hot heat. And at night, I know people don't like to sleep with the windows open, many persons, because of the mosquitoes and the threat of a criminal walking into your house or coming into your home. But if you have the ability to open your window at night, and you have screens on your window, I wouldn't advise that you open your windows if you don't have screens or mesh, because the little mosquitoes that you think are not very dangerous are extremely dangerous. Mosquitoes are extremely dangerous. A little mosquito can kill you. Okay? The bite of a little mosquito can make your life miserable. Right? So I would say to you, screen your windows. Screen your windows. Invest in some mesh. Get someone who knows what to do to put the screens on the outside of your windows. Right? If your windows open, when you push them out, then put the screen on the inside. Okay, that way you can open your windows at night, and you can get some fresh air to cool your house down and to cool you down while you sleep. Right? I don't advise you having a fan blowing air on you, because that's not good, because it brings dust with it and everything else, and you breathe that in. If you have a fan that's overhead, it's better, because that will accumulate the dust on the blades and it'll give you the air. A ceiling fan is better than the stand fan. So I'm saying to you at night also that you can use a fan. If you're going to use a stand fan, then you want to put the fan to blow across and not on your face. Let it blow across your body pretty much. That way it cools you down. Right? Don't let it blow in your face, because all that dust that it picks up will go into your nostrils, and then you'll have another problem. Right? So don't put it into your head either, because you may end up having a problem with the cold. Okay? So put the fan to blow across your body to cool you down at night when you're sleeping, or even in the day when you're there. Right? So those are simple things. If you have air condition and you can afford the air condition, then you put the air condition on, to cool the place down, and then you turn it off. That way you can consume less energy, and you could enjoy a little bit of the coolness, and then maybe use the fan after that to circulate that cool air, right? Those are just pointers that you can use to cool the body down, to stay hydrated, to avoid a heat stroke or some other calamity, right? Put the mesh on the windows to keep the mosquitoes out, and it wouldn't only keep mosquitoes out, it'll keep the flies out, it'll keep crawling and flying insects out besides flies and mosquitoes, all the bugs, and so we will keep them out. So I always suggest that you screen your windows and your doors. This is a tropical country, all right? This is Guyana, and you're going to have mosquitoes. I don't care how clean you keep the place. Mosquitoes can travel as long as 3 miles anyway from one place to the next. They can just travel and travel. And before you know it, they're in your house, and they would have bitten some animal somewhere, come by you, visit you, give you a mosquito bite. Next thing you know, you're swelling and you're itching, and it deposits a larva in your system, and you get a worm, and you get all sorts of things, and you may get malaria, you may get dengue, and you wonder, well, how did this happen to me? Well, a simple little mosquito can kill you, right? So keep your surroundings clean. If you got pets, well, I don't really care for them, but if you have pets, you got to keep them hydrated too, and you got to keep them away from the ticks and the fleas, but it's hard to keep them away from the mosquitoes, okay? The mosquitoes will bite your pet and come there and bite you and transfer something into your body system. Next thing you know, you're suffering with all sorts of things, right? Dogs also bring ticks and fleas. Next thing you know, you have Lyme's disease. Okay, so I don't really care for pets myself personally, and I am suggesting if you have a pet, the pet belongs in a kennel, not in your house. That's my view. All right, you build him a nice kennel outside that looks like a house if you want that, and he belongs in there, and whatever he has, some of it may still affect you, but at least the majority of it would not. Dogs also come with worms, right? So you cannot protect yourself from everything the dog has, or the cat. Some people live in a house with rats. That's even worse, right? Get some rat poison, put it down, and keep the rats out of your food. Keep them out of your house, because you can pick up diseases. You can get leptospirosis. You can get anything. You don't want to trust. When we were growing up, and even today, I would hear people say, you're worse than a rat." You're worse than a snake, right? You hear those things, or you're worse than a cockroach, right? Well, they use those phrases because they're dangerous. Whatever reason they're dangerous, and you don't want to be like any of those, right? I don't really hear them saying too much like you're worse than a fly, but flies also bring a lot of dirt, bring a lot of harm to your health. If a fly lands in your food, it's something you bring in to put there. Okay, so you don't know where you landed before. Okay, I noticed also that we're seeing a lot of coronavirus again, and a lot of adenovirus in people. Right? What's adenovirus? Adenovirus is a fecal oral transmitted virus. There are many persons who are in the food business that don't wash their hands. Sad to say, they don't wash their hands properly. They go to the facility, restroom or bathroom, and it may not be that they didn't wash their hands, but they may not have washed it properly. And then again, they may hold a doorknob or something that had fecal matter on it, and they think that they're washed and they're okay, but then they would have interfered with the fecal matter, and now it's on their hands, and then they go back to work, and that end up in the food somewhere. I'm not saying it happens in your house too. It's in your house. Teach everyone in the house the importance of practicing good hygiene. Okay? When you clean your house, clean your doorknobs. I said it so many times. Clean your toilet seat, clean your doorknobs, clean your tables, you know, just don't clean the floor. You see? And the other thing is that, you know, carpets are nice in the house, they look good, they feel good to walk on. But carpets carry a lot of stuff inside, a lot of all kind of things. Dust, fleas, mites, you know, carpets carry a lot. And many persons don't vacuum the carpet for weeks or months. You know, you may put it outside once every quarter and knock it out in the sun, and which is a good thing. But you also need to clean it. You need to wash it because you don't know what is on it. Don't know what's on it. So, even though it may provide a luxury of some sort, it also comes with issues. You see? So we got to be really careful, because if your immune system is not up to par, if your immune system is weak, you know, you are exposed to so much you're exposed to. Not just the viruses or bacteria, but even your illnesses. You know, many persons are very sick today because of a weak immune system. I don't know how I can keep pounding this into you, that the only defense that you have, to protect you from anything is your immune system. Some of you, your immune systems are compromised. You gotta take supplements. You gotta take supplements to keep your immune system up. It's important, because without an immune system, I don't know what to tell you. You know? So, what is going to be our topic today? Today is an open topic. It doesn't matter. You can call in if you have a question or a concern. You can dial in, and if you have a health matter that you want to talk about, we can address it. You know, if you have a question about anything that has to do with the heat, I'll do what I can to address it. If you got a family member with a problem and you want to speak for them, then you can ask the questions. If I can answer it, I will. If I couldn't, I refer you to somewhere that can. You know, I will not leave you hanging. I promise you that. Right? So we at the Health and Wellness Center do our best in every way we can to provide some sort of a solution to your health issues. You're not going to come by us and walk away empty-handed. When you walk away, you will know what's going on. You know, and if you don't remember what's going on, you'll have a document in your hand with what is realized to be going on in your body system. Some of you take it for granted, but I'm telling you, don't. Because what you see is what's happening inside of you. That's how it is. If you come to the clinic where we are and we screen you, guaranteed accurate in the world 96%, diagnosis and treatment. If you follow the rules, that are laid down by your body, not by us. It's your body laying these rules down, you know. When it tells you not to eat certain things, it's not because I'm telling you not to eat it. It's because of what is wrong with you, what is contributing to your condition that you have. Your body is automatically generating the foods and beverages and supplements and drugs and chemicals and parasites that are affecting you. All we're doing is enlightening you. We're just bringing it to the forefront so you can see it. Okay? If my buddy Dale can come down here, I want to do something for him. And I know he's probably going to be a little ashamed or embarrassed, but I don't think so. Right? If Dale, if you're wrong, I'd like you to come down. Right? Anyhow, don't be afraid to ask us questions that are pertinent, that concerns your health. You know, don't be afraid. If you have a question when you're there, please ask us, because when you walk away, we're not at your disposal. I got my buddy Dale here. Dale, you're probably not seeing him. You're not seeing him, I know. Dale has been my right hand in the television business since I was a little boy. Since I started doing my television program in 1996, right? This is probably the longest health program existing in Guyana. This program existed since 1996. And my buddy said to me one day, he said, Doc, listen, I just want you to do something for me if you can do it, if you get a chance. He's a guy that is very diplomatic, and he don't like ask for anything, right? So he put this proposal to me, and I just want to do something for him, right? I'm trying to answer this call.
Sure.
Good evening.
Yeah,
Turn your volume of your television down, please. Turn down your television volume. Okay, I think he hung up. Dale, I just decided that because of your goodness over the years, buddy, I went out and I got what you wanted. And I got better than you asked for. Right? And I didn't only get it, I got it with a case for you.
Thank you very much.
So I just want to give this to you. Look what it is. You don't know what it is, that's fine. Dale knows what it is. I just want to hand this over to you, buddy, and I appreciate you. Right? Good evening.
good evening.
Good evening
Dr.
to you.
Ian.
Please turn your volume of your television down.
Okay. I'll take it off. Hello?
Thank you. Very good. Yes, how can we help you today?
Number one, I would like to know which is the best whole wheat bread.
The one you make.
I use Bakewell.
The one that you make is the best one.
No, the one sugar-free.
The one that you make is the best. You know why I say that? I say that because you know what you put inside.
I know. But I cannot bake bread.
You need to learn how to bake bread. You got YouTube today. Go on YouTube.
Years ago, when I listened to your program, I heard you say the best bread for diabetes is bread. I can't remember. And I try calling you other times I don't get through.
When my buddy George Humphrey was alive,
Humphrey.
I used to say Humphrey's Bakery is the best bread.
Okay.
Right? I still think that Humphrey's Bakery has good quality bread.
Humphrey.
But
Yeah.
I can't really say it because I haven't had Humphrey's Bakery bread in a long time.
Okay.
So I really can't say which is the best bread now. But I knew that it was the best bread then because I used to be in touch with him all the time.
Yeah.
And we would talk about quality and, you know, ensuring that the bread had met standards and all that, and it used to happen. But I haven't been eating the bread. I've hardly been eating bread.
Okay.
Right? I would suggest to you that you should learn to make your bread because you can make a better bread than you can buy.
Okay. I don't know how to make the bread.
You can
I
make
just
the
like
bread.
the
I'm
flour.
telling you, you can make I know a 10-year-old boy that can make bread.
Boy. My mom used to make bread.
So you should learn from your mom.
I didn't want my hand touch flour.
Cut the nails, go on YouTube, and put it in how to make the best bread, and they will tell you everything, and you just follow instructions.
Okay.
I know I can bake you the best bread. I know that.
Okay.
But if I bake you the best bread, you might want to be at my door.
Every day.
And I don't want to do that because then it might be a whole lot of people at my door,
Okay.
right? But seriously, it's very simple to bake bread. It's not very, as long as you have an oven
Yeah.
and you can buy the ingredients, which is simple flour, maybe some butter, or I would say butter, flour, butter, yeast,
Okay.
a little bit of salt, just a little salt, a pinch of salt, water, right? And you can add to your, that's basically what you need. And you can add on the baking pan after you knead the bread and so on, you have it to raise, right? You can
Yeah.
roll it off and put it in the pan. But you can add to your bread almost anything. You can add callaloo to your bread.
Wow.
You can add carrots to your bread. You can add, whatever you want to that simple, those 4 items I gave you.
Okay.
and the water, you can add anything you want to that bread, and you can make a bread that is awesome.
Yeah. What about the finance bread? That's good for diabetes?
I haven't had it. You see, for diabetes, you see, here we go. I don't know who bakes bread for a diabetic. Maybe there is. I don't know.
I said finance bread, I don't know.
They make breads for diabetics?
No, like it's whole wheat bread. I don't know. Anyway, talk about butter. They say you have a butter, you then speak about the butter a time for a diabetic, right? What's the name of that butter?
Sunnyvale.
What's that?
Sunnyvale.
The whale?
Sunny.
Okay.
Sunnyvale or Anchor.
Oh, Anchor. Okay, okay. But where can I get that? Massey don't have that Anchor butter?
I think so.
Okay, we have to check that
I
out.
think
Okay,
Massey
thank
have
you for
it.
telling me that.
Massey or what's the other place? There's another one.
Monty?
Bounty may have it, yeah. Bounty.
Okay.
Massey, Bounty. I know Nigel's used to have it. Go there. The supermarket there should have it.
Nigel supermarket. I have to end there.
Where Nigel's supermarket is or was, there is a supermarket there still. And I'm quite sure they have those butters in there.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, we'll try that.
Yeah, but then you need to make your own bread.
Okay, I'll try. Okay, Doctor.
I promise you that if you try that,
Yeah.
if you try that bread the first time, you wouldn't realize how you would be so shocked to know how easy it is to make bread.
Okay.
And if you can't roll the bread out, you just make them round.
Yeah.
Just round them and put them in the pan and let them raise, and then you put them in the oven, let them bake maybe at 350 temperature for maybe 20 minutes or so, half an hour, depending on how you make them, how big you make them.
Okay.
And you call me and tell me how good your bread is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try.
I did that for someone, you know.
Okay.
I did that for someone, and she sent me pictures, right?
Okay.
She sent me pictures of her bread that she made.
Okay.
Okay, and let me see if I can find it. I will show you what her bread looks like
Okay.
today. And she makes her bread using flours like almond flour and all of that. Oh, I don't have the pictures, not in this phone.
Okay. And whole wheat
Yeah,
bread. I
yeah.
like the whole wheat bread. I can't eat white bread.
Yeah, she puts all sorts of things in her bread,
Okay.
and she makes real nice bread. Real nice bread.
All right. I'll try it.
Yeah, you can do it. I know you can do it.
Okay. Give it a try.
Let me see if I can find a picture. I'm still looking.
Okay.
If my friend Karen can make bread, and Karen used to have nails and all sorts of things, you know, she still has, but I think she controls how they grow and so on.
Yeah.
And when I saw the bread that she made,
I have long nails. Only on the one hand. Because the other hand have to be clean.
okay.
Like flour.
Well, when I saw her bread the other day, she made me hungry. Yeah, and I was shocked to know that she did, because she was one that I can't find the picture, man. Sorry, I can't find it. She was one that Doc, I don't know how to make bread. I don't know if I could make bread. And when she made the bread, oh my goodness, she sent me the pictures, and I was really in shock. So you can do it too. And then when you make the bread, I want to see the bread, how it come out.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else I can help you with?
Oh, not really.
Oh.
Next time.
Okay, darling. You take care then.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bread is easy to make. Very easy to make. I'm still looking for the picture, but I think I deleted the picture of the bread that can't find it. Good evening.
Yeah, good night, Dr. Yates.
Good night, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Smythe Street, working Rush.
Oh, not far away. Okay.
Yeah. What I want to see, I talk about this still. There's a catastrophe, a terrible catastrophe could break out by Georgetown, by the market. It's a terrible health scene going on there, my brother. I ain't no words to describe it.
Which one of the markets?
The Starbuck market.
Starbuck market.
Market, but Starbuck more terrible. People selling food there. They got 2 corridors in the market itself. water, wastewater running inside the two corridors when you leave the place where they sell meat. Outside by Demico, you could walk in the gutter. You could walk in the gutter. Don't talk about the smell around down that market there in the gutter. It's just something weird, and the people selling green fruits, milk, groceries, fish, whatever it is, people selling. It is a tough, I don't want to sound political, but I talk about this on Sharma program and talking about many other people. And there's nothing that somebody could do, close off the market, call a national emergency,
Well,
stop people from going in with the minibus and then close off the market, close off the whole square.
well, the problems
Brother,
that
it's a terrible thing that happened. Brother, I don't know if we'll talk to you anymore.
I hear you and I understand and I can visually see in my mind some of what you're talking about, okay?
It is worse than whatever you could imagine, my brother. I know what, if you go up by the market for about a year or two,
What I would suggest you do now, right?
people messing and all them kind of thing around the place.
Here is what I would suggest you do. Take some pictures.
I am in front of the Parliament building along the fence by the church. They share people feces, body.
Here, what do you do?
It's
Here-
just starting point.
all right, listen.
Going towards the market and you left them, you look at the gutter. I want to know how TKRL window of the company. These guys selling food in the night, if you go there now, the guys selling food right next to the gutter.
Here, what I would suggest you do, all right? I would suggest that, simple, take some pictures.
I done and do all that. I go into the them and see, here what they tell me. They said that here these people tell me that it's PNC people them can't send or they can't do nothing. They ain't got money for cleaning. I said this ain't got nothing but PNC and PPP and politics. They got what do is we as a people.
No, you're going to
I went
take.
to them and send in a letter. I go to them and abuse them and nearly get locked up all kind of thing for them.
Hold on. You take the pictures and you go to the Bureau of Standards. You take it to the Bureau of Standards and let them see what you're seeing because they may not see what you're seeing. Okay, you go to the Bureau of Standards and you let them know what your concern is, and it's a general concern for the public. It's not just your concern. It's a concern for the general public because...
Ever show them pictures. But I phone them and I talk to them.
Did you go to the Bureau of Standards?
I phone them and when them. I had a friend, I used so much thing with his computer things. I had a friend sending letters to all these people.
All right, here what do you do then? Get them to me.
Okay.
And then I will get it to who I think is going to make a difference in trying to
When
change
you're ready,
what's
my
happening.
number, you're going to see it there. As a caretaker, we're calling from you now.
All right, just get me the pictures.
Okay, all right.
And then we will get it to some place where I think things can be done, okay? Because it is a
I'm
danger.
sorry for cutting you. I know that this is your program. I want to take up too much of your time. What I'm saying, I understand and getting the pictures. But imagine people in this society, academic people, politicians, businessmen, lawyers, doctors, meiji, pundits, they can see and do something about that. What's happening to we as a people?
I think if we get it to the Bureau of Standards,
Okay, my brother.
the persons there will intervene and hopefully will do something to help to bring about some better
Imagine
situations.
two
there.
corridors at the market, inside the market now, wastewater running by the people them stand.
I agree, I
Or
understand.
is in the market?
All right. I think whoever needs to hear this would have also heard it because I know that they watch this program and they listen and they look for the things what they look for. I hope that they listen to what you're saying and that they will begin to investigate that. Okay?
Okay, my brother. All right, don't let it take more time.
All right. Thanks a lot for
Very,
calling.
very much, and I really appreciate and I'm grateful that you listen to me.
All right. I appreciate you calling. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Bye. that is a serious concern, and I know what he's talking about. Not all of it, but I know much of it because I would sometimes visit the market just to see what is happening. As a matter of fact, I know that the government listens because there was a situation there where persons who were selling at the market were there in the dark. They had no lights in those areas, and they complained to me. I know why they complained to me. I guess because they watched the program, and I spoke about it. And not very long after, there were lights at the back there. Okay, so I know that the authorities are listening. I just hope that they to take some time out, get the right people to go there, take notes, take pictures, and look to see what can be done because it is indeed a situation where it can become a problem. It can become a problem, a major problem, right? I don't want to say things about the country getting money now and all that because I don't know where that money is going, and I don't really want to get too much into that. But I think the people themselves who are vendors also need to take more pride in how they present what they present, because people have to consume it. Okay, some of them can do better. Some of them just spread a bag on the ground and they put the things on the ground there, and people have to go there and because Guyanese are the type of people we are. We go there and we buy the plantain or buy the cassava from the ground or whatever. So I think that I agree better can be done, and we need to do something about it. I'm in agreement with you on that. Right? I wanted to share some things with the public today, with you guys who are listening, about things that you can do if certain things happen. Right? This is your illnesses. Okay. This is the illnesses. Okay, I agree. I'm being advised to remind the public that it's a health program. It is, and that was a health concern. That concern was a health concern. The bread matter, that was a health concern because many persons eat breads that they should not be eaten because the breads contain fats, it contains sugars, it contains salts, okay, and we don't know what else, preservatives that may be placed in there to make the bread have a longer shelf life, right? So those are health concerns that people have, and there's some persons who should not be eating bread that is sold out there because of the conditions that they have. Okay, so that is the reason why I'm stressing to make your own bread, because you can control what you put into the bread, and when you eat the bread, you know what you're eating. Okay, so that was a concern, and that was a very good one, but we're talking health today, all right? Now, sometimes because of the weather situation, persons may become dizzy. You may get dizziness, okay? And that's a sign of dehydration, one of the signs of dehydration, right? Don't forget that you need to drink water. At least if you're an adult, maybe at least 6 pints of water, between 5 and 6 pints. And I suggested earlier that you put a little lemon juice inside to help to cool the body down. If you have high blood pressure, then the lemon is going to help to also bring the pressure down somewhat, depending on how much you put in the water. But if you have low blood pressure, then you don't want to put the lemon inside because it'll make it come a little lower. You put maybe just a drop or two. It shouldn't affect you, right? But sometimes the dizziness has to do with deficiencies also. And to correct some of that dizzy situations, if it's not your pressure or your sugar, then it could be that you're deficient in B vitamins, right? Particularly B1, B2, and B6. Okay, many of the good supplements, good ones, because there are a lot of bad ones out there too. They're not. When I say bad, I mean they have on the bottles what's supposed to be inside the bottle, and it might be in the bottle but not at the value that it should be. So when you take the supplement that you think is complete in its nutrients, it may be complete in its nutrients, but the values are insufficient for your body needs. Okay? The values that are inside the bottle may not be enough to satisfy your body's requirements. Right? So you want to be very careful with and cautious with what brands you purchase. Okay? But for your dizziness, you may just need to increase your B1, B2, B3, and B6. Okay, that will help to bring the balance, fluid balance, and help with the dizziness. Okay, if you have an earache, if your ear is aching, okay, that may also coincide with your dizziness, right? But a simple drop of castor oil in the ear, a simple drop of warm castor oil in your ear can help to change what happens with your ears. Okay, if it's aching, you just put maybe 1 drop of castor oil, warm castor oil, in the ear and put a cotton wool in there, and it will help. It will help with the earache, right? Some persons are having problems with their eyes. They're not seeing good. Okay, one reason or another is cataract, glaucoma. If you have a problem with your cornea, it could be a number of things that's happening with your eyes. But one big factor that contributes to your vision deterioration is your arteriosclerosis in your head, in the arteries of your head and neck, where you have plaque buildup in the arteries of your head and neck. So you're not getting enough blood and oxygen flow to your brain and to your eyes. Okay, our diet here in Guyana is high in fats. We fry everything. Okay, we fry so many things that we can't eat anything unless it's fried. Okay, so I'm saying to you that when you fry everything, and some of you fry with olive oil, which is a no-no. Okay, you don't fry with olive oil. You can fry, and then when you finish frying, I would say better yet, you steam, broil, or bake whatever it is you're doing, right? And then when you finish, you can, before it gets too cold, if it's warm, just take a little bit of olive oil and rub it on it, and it'll be fine. But you don't want to cook with that because the composition changes, and it becomes like glue in your system, in your arteries. Okay, but you want to avoid too much frying, and that's the reason why I was suggesting to the young lady that she bakes her own bread, because you don't know the level of fat in that bread that you're buying. You don't know the amount of sugar in that bread you're buying. For instance, I know for a fact that the average bakery in this country don't make tennis roll. They make sweet bread, or they make bread with plenty sugar. Okay, and they call it tennis roll. I know we used to make tennis roll. When you eat, those of you who used to buy our tennis roll when we were doing that, and I used to make it myself, so I know. When you eat that tennis roll, you know you were eating a good tennis roll. I know that, right? As a matter of fact, I went to Humphrey's Bakery, and I helped them to make a very good tennis roll. Very good tennis roll. And I don't know what's happening now, but it used to be, because I used to get it every week. They used to bring me a bag or two, so I could assess or reassess the quality of the tennis roll. That's when my friend Georgie was alive, and Humphreys used to sell the most tennis roll, I think, in this country, because they made a real tennis roll. Today you're getting sweet flour bread. I don't hardly taste it. I don't even eat it, because the moment I feel the tennis roll, I know it's not right. I know it's not right. So you need to provide me, if you want me to promote a good tennis roll or a good bread, provide me with a sample of what you make, and I will tell you if it's good or not, and then I'll promote it on my programs, because people need a good bread and they need a good tennis roll. If I open a bakery and I make a bread and tennis roll, trust me, I wouldn't have enough hands to make, because you're going to like it, and you're going to know when you eat it, you're going to eat one for your hypertension, for your diabetes, for your normal eating habits. I'll make them so you can have a choice of what to use for what condition you have, because we did that. We did that. We made zucchini bread, we made callaloo bread, we made all sorts of bread. And when you try our tennis roll, those of you who had it, who had the opportunity to use it and to buy it then, I mean, when you use that tennis roll, you know you got a tennis roll. We used to make whole wheat and white. Whole wheat and white. So I don't know what you get in today. Too much sugar. We have adopted a very bad habit of using too much oils, too much fats, and too much sugars. We're killing ourselves and we're digging our graves with our teeth and we're eating ourselves into our graves. That's what we're doing. Our foods should be like medicines to our bodies. That is what needs to happen. It's not happening, my friends. It's not happening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
We all bakery there, man.
We don't have a bakery. That's what I'm saying. If I were to open one, because we had one in 5th Street, Albertown.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't, I mean, it's
But y'all are not this anymore.
No, we sold it to the gentleman who bought it, and it's not there. I don't think they're baking anymore.
Oh, they're making anymore?
I don't think so.
So when y'all would start?
Listen, don't get there. I'm not doing a bakery. It's a lot of work.
Okay.
Can you bake?
I thought y'all would have walked back and make the bakery. So I would like to taste y'all tennis roll.
If you taste our tennis roll, I know you would fall in love with it.
And y'all are the bread we are making.
No, we don't bake anymore. We sold the place.
Okay, continue with your good works.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thanks for calling. I know that there's so many people who behind us to open that place back. You guys don't know. It's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work. I used to I was a few years younger, right? And my wife and son and even some of the staff, we used to be there sometimes until 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, preparing the right things for you all to eat, the healthy things. And people used to come there, and I know, if you came there at our facility in Albertown at any time and you'd gotten something bad, I wanted to know. That was out there. I wanted to know. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm not so good, but I'm trying to.
Turn down your volume of your television for me. Please turn the volume of your television down or move away from it.
Okay. Doc?
Yes, my dear.
Yes. I'm calling concerning I have a lump on my leg.
You need to move away from the television some more.
Huh?
Move away from the television some more. I'm getting a feedback. You have a lump on your leg. Where on your leg?
Oh, okay. Let me go to the kitchen area. Yeah. I had 2 surgeries with this in America to move away this lump from my leg.
And it came back?
Huh?
The lump came back?
I'm not able.
What did you go on? Go ahead. You need to listen to the phone. Listen to your phone.
Yeah, I'm far away from this.
But listen to me on your phone.
Oh.
Yes, talk to me on your phone and listen to me back on your phone.
Let me go in the bathroom area and see
You can talk to me on your phone and listen also on the phone.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lump on my leg. Now I have about 8 stitches on this leg since I did the surgery. And it got me walking and bending, pulling when I walk, and it got me walking and pulling, and it's very painful. And the time that this pain attacks me is like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. That time in the morning, this pain would attack me.
So, how long did you have this surgery done on your leg?
I've been complaining for this pain since 2016 here in the Army, and I went twice to surgery with it. My last 2 surgeries was 2 years back.
That don't sound right.
And I'm in Guyana right now, and I'll be leaving till on September, but this pain is so annoying that I wake up my daughter, and she starts rubbing it a little, and it's a deep, but the lump is here on to now. The lump is here.
So what was the purpose of the surgery?
Hello?
What was the purpose of the surgery?
To get this lump out mouth.
So did the lump go down when they did the surgery, or it never moved?
They didn't tell me what it is, but it doesn't
No. Listen to what I'm saying to you.
I
You s-
did.
You said that there is a lump.
It's
on the-
biopsy all on it.
Listen to me and then try and follow what I'm saying, right?
Mhm.
You said that there's a lump on the leg and you have
Yes.
stitches. You have stitches where they did a surgery to remove the lump, right?
And it never. Hold on, somebody said it. I'm on the phone. Hold on.
I'm getting a feedback on your phone and it's not
Huh?
good. I'm still getting a feedback on your phone. Anyhow, the lump is still there, you say, right?
Nowhere.
Your lump is still there,
Yes, it is still there.
and this was done in America.
Yeah, I live in America.
So the lump was removed, supposedly removed in America. But
It said it's moved, but it wasn't moved. It is still here.
right. That's what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get from you. If when the surgery was completed, did you see the lump immediately, or did it grow back?
It was still there. Although they moved it and took out the stitches, he said it's going to go away, but it never did. It's still here. It's not.
Is it a
I don't know.
soft? Is it soft or is it hard?
It is. This thing here is a hard stuff.
So it may be a tumor.
Hmm?
It might be a tumor. How big is it? Average about a lemon or a lime or orange. How big?
Oh, it's as big as my thumb.
It's a small one then.
Uh-huh.
All right. Here's what I'm going to suggest you do.
And then my legs, my
All right. I don't. I
blood
haven't,
is swelling.
I haven't seen the lump, and I wouldn't be able to tell you what characteristics the lump has in it, right? But
So where are you located?
no, we're located in Kitty, but we're closing off. Tomorrow is the last day of work for the summer, and we're not opening back until September 4th. But I'll suggest to you something. Get yourself a heating pad. Okay?
Which part? Which part of Kitty are you talking?
We're in Queen Street, Kitty, but you won't be able to see us before we close. But I'm suggesting something for you to do until we get back to the click to open, if you can do it, and it may help you. Get yourself a heating pad. You know what is a heating pad?
Uh-huh.
You have one of those?
Yes.
Get yourself a heating pad and put it on your feet. You can rub on there. You can rub on the.
Sorry, ointment? I have got sorry ointment.
What ointment do you have?
Huh?
What is the ointment you have?
The Voltaren.
Voltaren.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that you can rub the Voltaren, but I don't think it's making much of a difference.
Uh-huh.
But you put the heating pad on the area and plug it in every night for about 2 hours.
Uh-huh.
Okay? I would suggest that you take some castor oil.
Uh-huh. I have castor oil.
We're good. Take the castor oil and rub it over the lump,
Uh-huh.
even over the stitches. Okay?
Uh-huh.
You cover it with a piece of gauze.
Okay.
And then you put the heating pad over it and let it be on that area for 2 hours every night.
Okay. Okay.
And then after about a week or two, you assess it. In about a month, that lump may go away. If it's not a cancerous tumor or a cyst, it sounds like it's small enough to be a cyst, then if it's fluid, if it's matter that can be dissolved and absorbed, that process will help you to do that.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Haynes. My
All right.
name is Joan Bowen.
Okay, Joan, nice to hear from you, okay?
Thank you.
I hope we're able to help. You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Sure, bye.
Thank you.
That appears to have been a surgery that went the wrong way, right? If it was ever done to remove that cyst or whatever it is there. Anyhow, I just realized it's 7 o'clock. And I was not able to really give you much of anything, right? But some of you don't sleep, okay? Some of you don't sleep at all. And if you go to bed, you sleep maybe a few hours and you're up again, right? Now, simple things that you can do to get some sleep. and then I'll be done. You want to get some peppermint tea, make some strong peppermint tea, and drink it at night before you go to sleep. Don't put any sugar, just the tea. Drink a teacup strong peppermint tea before you go to bed. All right? First thing. Second thing is, if you can get a hold of some good magnesium. Okay? Magnesium, you can get it from the pharmacy, or you can get it from us at the clinic there, but again, maybe close for a little bit. Get some magnesium, and take the magnesium, maybe an hour before you go to bed. Okay? Take about an hour before you go to bed. If it's maybe 200 milligrams, one tablet or capsule, 2 hours before you go to bed in the evening, you take that, and it should help you to sleep. Right? There is something called melatonin also that helps you to sleep. Okay, but the magnesium will help to correct the reason why you're not sleeping, and that's what you want. Last call. Good evening.
Well, good evening, Doctor. I'm sure you recognize my voice.
It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure as yet.
This is Stella.
Stella. Oh, hey, how you doing, Stella?
Well, I don't know. I created a problem for myself today. I fell down, and I injured my hand. Not my hand.
Your wrist?
The lower part, the wrist, and I find it very uncomfortable. I don't want to go wearing a big bandage or things like that.
Let me ask you something. It happened today?
Pardon?
It happened to you today?
Yeah, it's about 11 this morning.
How did you fall?
I don't know. I was going to open to get to an electronic door, and the door closed then, and I sort of overbalanced, and I fell on my side.
So your side is okay, just your hands.
Well, I had a problem, but no, that doesn't hurt. But it's just the hands.
Okay, what you can do, you can have access to some ice.
Yes.
All right. Get some ice cubes and put them in a plastic bag. Get a rag. Put it on your hand, right over where the area is.
Put it in a what?
Put the ice cubes in a plastic bag.
Oh, yes.
Get a rag.
Put
it over where you hurt your hands, on the wrist.
Yes.
Put it there, and then put the ice on it. Or around it, okay?
Yes.
And cover the ice with another rag and keep it there for maybe half an hour. Then the next hour you do it again. Every hour you do it for half an hour.
Right.
And it will help to move some inflammation that's there.
Oh, I see. But doctor, earlier on I used a little bit of hot water. I used some ice and then some hot water.
Okay, well it's a fresh injury, so you use the ice.
Just the ice. I thought as much. Yes.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much, because it's very uncomfortable.
Well, I hope that you didn't fracture anything. That's my only concern. If the pain persists, you may want to get an X-ray done to see if any injuries occurred.
Just what I was trying to avoid.
I know you were trying to avoid that.
I need hair. You have to wear one of those heavy stuff.
Well, you don't know if anything is broken, but you want to know. That way you can do the right thing.
Oh, but what you tell me, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, do that. And the next thing you might want to do is to keep it straight. Don't bend it. Try to put something on the bottom so it doesn't bend, right?
Yes.
Understand? Even if it's maybe a popsicle stick or two, you put it across, and that way it wouldn't bend.
A possible what?
The stick that you used to eat a popsicle with? Remember those days when you used to eat popsicle? It had a little stick in there? Well, you could take that, or you can get maybe something that is not harsh on your hands, like a piece of plastic that is not harsh on your skin. And you put it underneath here, right? If you're watching me on the television, and then you put the ice on top, put the rag, put the ice, and then cover with the rag, and then you keep it there. Okay, half an hour. You take it off next, and when an hour passes, you do it again. And then you can rotate the sides.
Yes.
Okay, you try that. You try that the rest of the day. Okay.
Thank you, doctor.
You're welcome.
I hope I get some help.
Well, if it persists,
Right,
then you may want to get an X-ray.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good evening.
You too. Thanks for calling. I hope it helps. Yeah, and she sounds like she's elderly too, which I'm concerned about her bones being fractured, because one of the problems that we have in this country and many other countries is that the elderly, not even the elderly alone, our people are lacking in minerals, and the bones are soft, and there are many injuries that are occurring and will take a long time to repair because of the bones being soft. Anyhow, time is up, right? I know my time is up. It's past, it's 6 minutes past. I want to thank you for participating. Don't forget that the clinic closes from Monday until September 4th for a month, and we're sorry for any inconveniences. If you would like to get a hold of us, you have the website on there, you have the phone number. When you call, you leave a number, leave a message and a phone number so that someone can call you back, okay? If you want to leave a message or make an appointment, use the website and you can do that, or leave a message on the system. Thank you for participating. I hope that you enjoy your rest of the week and have a wonderful weekend and a good stay. Stay healthy until we see you. Good night.
Looking for a place for the whole family? Come down to the Toucan Mall in Amelia's Ward, Linden. It's the mall that has it all. We have great food, a relaxing atmosphere, and activities for all ages. Tennis, swimming, and a playground. But the fun doesn't stop after dark. There's even a bar and an arcade. And if you aren't ready to go home yet, we've even got a spacious room for your comfort, complete with air conditioning, Wi-Fi, and a private bathroom. The Toucan Mall can also facilitate your event in our spacious conference hall. We also have a theater with films for the entire family. It's the Toucan Mall located in Amelia's Ward, Linden.